Welcome back to Project Zomboid, and the Queasy is here. Our time is running out, but we have one last goal. Get to Riverside and see that at least my family made it to safety. Now, quick note on that. So there were some comments that were convinced that this was the shove bug that we mentioned. I was rewatching it, the clip, like, I don't know, a lot of times, and I'm not 100% sure. I think my aim was just off, that the zombie was coming from technically the west, and I was more like aiming southwest, so I could have just missed the shove regularly. It's hard to tell. Good news is the shove bug is supposed to be identified and fixed early next week, so yay. But I didn't feel like consoling or debug moding out the bite. We'll live with that. Live with it. It is a fun run, and it's always sad when a fun run comes to an end like this. But it also was a run that I kind of thought was on limited time anyway. Also, what on the map looked like really dense forest seems to be fairly open here. Nice. Can't imagine driving with a bike through like high grass like that though. Is that my road? That is my road. Alright. Can we take some painkillers? Yes. Pop some cereal while we're at it. And we say hello, Tiki Town. Goodbye, Tiki Town. Some nice houses here. Of course, you're runners. One zombie we come across here on the road. Alright, I think we're past the big population center, so I'm just gonna keep on riding down this road, probably until we get to Riverside. Right, as usual, I completely underestimated how quick the bicycle is, and we are actually closing in on the entrance to Riverside here. If my memory serves me correctly. Might be another bend here in the road. No, that's the intersection. Oh, let's see if they let me through. Maybe they consider me one of them. We are of course a little bit sad, a little bit at the breaking point. You know what? I think I'm just dropping that sleeping bag. Don't think I need that anymore. Sorry guys, I'm just sorting out my inventory. Wouldn't have asked for better weather for this. Well, I guess we could have asked for better weather, but we wouldn't have gotten it, because that's just how Project Zomboid rolls. Ooh, even got to no encumbrance here. Right, now this doesn't look good. This is the boat club, and it seems to be completely overrun by zombies. Hmm. See, we can sneak away to the side of the river and then maybe start clearing out a little bit. That was not good. Did I just cut myself? No. Good news is, there are no boats here. So anyone who made it here apparently made it out. Now we just want to kill all the zombies to make sure none of these are my family. That's not a good sign. That's a lot of hits to kill one zombie. Yeah, this might take a second or two. I wonder. I don't think we can make a spiked baseball bat. Nail spiked weapon needs carpentry level 1, which we don't even have. We have none of the carpentry. We have none of the skills. Oh boy. I mean, it's an 11-day adventure, right? We barely got to long blunt level 2. Really would like to get inside so that we can at least no longer be wet here. I'm not sure if that has an impact on my combat stats. This is kind of sad. Pain definitely lowers your damage, so let's make sure we keep that away as long as possible. Oh, hang on. You're gonna call in all your friends with that. A bit dark in here, so I guess we have to go with the good old hammer. Isn't actually going that much worse than the crowbar. Oh, he's a runner. Right. Clearing this place. Actually, like, read one of those to maybe get our stress down? I don't think so. At least not significantly. Maybe spend our last 4 hours reading a book. Nail polish done right. I'm not sure if I have much use for that in the future. Okay. I think we were done with all the painkillers. Now there's one last use left there. But he's running down there, and I don't like it. Keep hearing windows break, but I have no idea where. Well, I guess this one's broken. There were a couple zombies out here. That's the problem with the whole, zombies get attracted by other zombies banging on stuff. One zombie somewhere in the house banging on a door, and everybody from outside, everybody who's left inside, is gonna follow up on that. Wound condition, taking on those 5 zombies there. Not so great. Door to the kitchen just got smacked in. No idea how many zombies there even are. I want to see from this side. We could see that door. Maybe. I'm just scared ever since we had that encounter in Grapeseed, in that survivor house, where there are like suddenly 20 zombies inside. I'm concerned by them really massing up in big numbers. Maybe we take a look at it from the outside. Good news is there's nobody left outside. If there was a huge horde, I don't think everybody would follow on through the doorway. You would see a couple zombies still on the outside. Switch back to the good old crowbar at this point. Too far away from the building to actually see inside. The door to the hallway is broken. Let's clear out the rest of the parking lot here first. So far, nobody here in any way related to me. Sure, old acquaintances from the boating club days, but back into it. Yeah. Painkillers would be nice. I don't think I've seen any on any of the zombies here. And we dipped over into nauseous, the second stage of the sickness. Which I think lowers our strength already by a point. Just not having a good time, that's for sure. You know, the anti-unhappiness food that we have. Where did this guy come from? Well, they did open up this door. Didn't hear anyone banging from the inside. I'm surprised. I'm still missing the one runner we spotted inside earlier. Slopping wet here again. Yeah, I might regret this, but we're gonna do a little yelling over here. If there's somebody still inside, I'd rather fight them out here where I have light. They don't want to cooperate, it seems. Okay, out of the dark. How do I not see you? What? Please just go down. So clear. I'm not hearing anybody. I'm not seeing anyone. A room. The other locker room, also completely empty. We just have to check upstairs. Well, I guess we should check the closet. You're hiding from zombies. This is where you would be hiding, right? Upstairs. In a room. Maybe barricaded. Definitely a couple zombies up here. This left in the kids' room here. Well, seems like this place is empty now. Let's get a quick rest in. Maybe a quick final check outside, but our condition is not getting any better. And with all these zombies dead, and none of them being the family, it's safe to assume, or safe to hope, that they made it out on the boats before things got terrible. Riverside Boat Club. Okay. I mean, we need to clear out a couple more there on the sides, but I think we call this at least a limited success here. We found out what we came for. These don't belong to the boat club. I think with this all cleared out, that was the last task I wanted to do. Make sure no boats are left. Make sure no family is among the zombies here. So that I can at least, when I succumb to the sickness, know that the family is safe. Now, should still have somewhere. Yeah, the winner scratch ticket. Now, do I the note, and I can write. No, that's a character limit. Alright, let's just assume we write. If they come looking for me, at least they have a note that they know what happens. And with that being said, Arlene is gonna sit here and wait for the inevitable end, knowing that her family is hopefully safe, because surely the zombie outbreak is only here in this part of the country and not everywhere in the world, right? And that brings us to the end of this series. A little bit of an not quite planned end, but that's the nature of this game. And I had a ton of fun. It was a very different way to play Project Zomboid. That being said, there were definitely there was a lot of time where I was just not recording and just, pressing 2 buttons and walking or riding down a road for like 10, 15 minutes straight. And yeah, but we did have quite a journey here. So I did actually go around and document that a little bit, where I put little notes on every place where we stayed, where we slept for the night, moved to the fence line. We rested here between the lakes. Then we took shelter in the storage unit for a day, looted the gas station, and then slept here in this house, ready for a long, long journey across the country. And this is really probably one of the longest, the biggest distances we covered in a single day, where we mostly ran all this road, then down the railroad tracks, and slept here. Under the power lines. A long, long day of walking, crossed by the 4 corners. Coming up all the way here past McCoy's estate, and found shelter here in these barracks. Again, following the power lines south this time. What another long, long day of walking. And then had to sleep another night in the open, because we triggered the house alarm over here. Then we doubled back, pushed past March Ridge with a quick refueling stop. Went down there at the end of the map. Then I had a little stay at the log cabin here. And after finding out the gruel fate of our home, came back here, slept at the gas station with our new bicycle, able to get a little bit more distance in, and made it on the next day all the way up into and through Grapeseed with a few, minor encounters along the way. Lots of zombies everywhere. And slept over here. And then, finally, on the next day, we came to this little settlement where, well, the start of the end happened. Then with the final trip up to Riverside, we're now here at the boat club, knowing that everybody is safe. Now, a little bit aside. So my initial plan for the story of Arlene and for the conclusion of this run would have been that same thing, that everybody is safe, no zombies at the family zombies at the Riverside place, and she then would make her plan if she wants to follow them across the river. There's one boat that should still be there. That is over in Brandenburg, the Delilah, an old steamboat that is here docked at the docks in Brandenburg. And the final goal of the run would have been to make it there, fuel it up, and steam off into the sunset. Or the sundown, I don't know, sunset would have been in this direction. Whatever, steam across the river. And that was the ultimate goal for the run. With maybe the option of me then actually enabling car spawns again, so that on the way towards Brandenburg we could have found actually a car and then driven the rest of the way. that was the secret plan behind this. But of course, you know, the game writes its own story, and it doesn't always 100% clash or confirm the story that you have in mind for the character. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for all the nice comments. I know that a lot of people were really enjoying this kind of different run. And we'll see what we do next. One promise is it's not going to be that long a break as with between the previous two runs on when we continue. I will, however, wait. There's as I mentioned, there's a new patch announced, or at least a hotfix that should solve the shovel bug, and hopefully they also cram in a bunch of other bug fixes, because the constant error pop-ups from vanilla, not from the mods, from vanilla, is kind of getting a little bit annoying. And yeah, we'll probably start a fresh run at some point in the next week. I'll leave you here. The sound of the falling rain. And with Arlene having her final moments at the riverside.